Hello, in this series of videos I will be talking about the Pocket Timescape imprint. I'm only going to be talking about the paperbacks. The imprint did include hardbacks as well, but I haven't collected those and I will not be covering them. The imprint ran for 3 years and was edited by David Hartwell, a renowned editor, and consisted of a number of originals and reprints. I don't know when the first announcement was, but I will show you this. This is a letter dated February 1981 announcing the start of 3 new imprints, including Timescape. Timescape was to be the science fiction run, and they also issued some other information, and I will read that to you. In 1943, Pocket Books presented the first science fiction paperback ever published, the Pocket Book of Science Fiction, and with that they included a leaflet which showed the cover of the Pocket Book of Science Fiction. If anyone wants to pause the screen to read it, they may do so. And again, you may do so. And this one that I showed you opened up and showed some of the titles they were planning to publish. Right. They also issued a sheet about David Hartwell, the editor, and another sheet about Gregory Benford, stating that the Timescape series, or the title, was based on the book by Gregory Benford. And I have a first printing of that. It's the first pocketbook printing in 1981. And oddly enough, this was never issued as a Timescape paperback. It was only issued as a pocket paperback. So that covers that. The Timescape books ran for 3 years, and it went through a series of logo changes, and I will show you those. The first logo was a band across the top of the book, and also on the spine, as well as the pocket logo at the top, they would say Timescape at the bottom of the spine. Another thing I can show you is this, which explains about the logo, and I will read that to you. The logo type above has been created by internationally renowned designer Rudolf de Harrack for Timescape, the new line of science fiction and fantasy coming from Simon & Schuster and Pocket Books in March 1981. Pocket Books art director Milt Charles, who commissioned the design, says of de Harrack, he is amongst the most significant designers in the world today. And then there is a bit more information about Rudolf de Harrack and Associates. So that was the leaflet that came out with the other letters to explain about the logo. As I say, that was the logo that was originally used, and that was used from March 81 to July 81. They then changed it to a second slightly different logo, which is this one, which is across the front of the book. That one ran from August 81 to April 83. The third logo was this one, with a small logo in the top corner. And the third logo ran from April 83 to February 84. And finally, there was a fourth type which had no logo on the front cover and just had the Timescape on the spine. I haven't pulled one of those out to show you yet. There were only 4 and they were issued for 1 month. So as they were, if you like, ending the Timescape logo, they removed the logo from the front cover but didn't remove it from the name from the spine, and that was the final type. So there are 4 logo types. I will show you 1 or 2 other things that I have. Every month, and I haven't got all of them, they would issue a thing, so explaining some of the new books that will be coming out, sometimes about the hardbacks, sometimes about the paperbacks. So that is an example for you. I will show you 1 or 2 others. I don't have all of these, but I have a significant number. So there, for example, is the one about Alfred Bester, Golem 100. And I will go through these, see if there's anything particularly interesting. As I say, I have quite a number. I've got one about Philip K. Dick, The Divine Invasion, being published in hardback. No, I won't show you that one. It's, let's say, most of these are just monthly releases stating what the books will be for that month. Slightly different format one was this. And with the 4 books there. It's the only one I have in this format. I don't know whether they issued any others in this format. And that was for the June 82 list. I'm not certain why I got these. This one is a Kate Wilhelm, and several of hers were issued as Timescapes. But this is an ordinary pocket book cover. And here is one for a Timescape book. So I have quite probably the majority of these. Might show you that. Timescape doing an invite to celebrate with the authors. As you know, Timescape also did some Star Trek books. So this one is about Star Trek. And finally, last one I have is where they, at the ending of Timescape, they spoke about starting a new imprint called Starscope Books. I'm not aware of any appearing, but by all means correct me on that. Right, just a few facts about Timescape. There were 153 titles issued. With the Type 1 logo, there were 24. With the Type 2 logo, there were 92, plus some reprints, I believe. Of the Type 3 logo, there were 33, and again, some reprints. And of the Type 4, there were 4. And whether I don't think there were any reprints there that month, but I'm not sure. While I've researched, or not so much myself, I was in contact with David Hartwell, who also used to speak to, in touch with Marty Halpin, who used to speak to David Hartwell. He did a lot of research and established the first printing of all of the Timescapes. Now, what I will say is, Pocket Books had printed some of the titles previously, so when they issued the first Timescape printing, it stated the Pocket Books printing. So the first Timescape printing, for example, might be the third Pocket Books printing. And Marty Halpin did a lot of research, and he identified the first Timescape printing of every book published. That covers general information about Timescapes. The next video I will start going through the books themselves. I'm going to be doing it in author sequence. I could try to do it differently, for example, by date, but I would have one or two problems because some of the reprints I only know the year and not the month. So I think it's easier to do it by author, and that is the way I've stored them. So I will be starting with the first one, which is a Brian Aldiss book, in my next video. Thank you, that's it.